In Fact or Fiction, we're looking into a picture going around online this month. It claims to show a screenshot of a 2002 episode of The Simpsons that eerily mirrors real-life events. It shows Donald Trump touching a glowing orb with two Middle Eastern-looking men. Well, last month, President Trump did just that with the King of Saudi Arabia and the President of Egypt. So, did The Simpsons really predict the future?
Hello and welcome back to our channel. The Simpsons, since its debut in 1989, has been more than just an animated comedy. It has become a cultural phenomenon. With its witty humor and sharp satire, the show has entertained millions for decades. But what truly makes The Simpsons stand out is its eerie ability to predict real-world events with shocking accuracy. From politics to technology, the series has foreshadowed moments in history years before they happened. Are these just coincidences, or is there something deeper at play? Let's explore some of the most mind-blowing predictions that have come true. One of the most talked about predictions comes from a 2002 episode where Donald Trump is seen holding a glowing orb while standing next to two men who appear to be from the Middle East. At the time, it was just another humorous scene. However, in 2017, this bizarre image became reality when Trump, Saudi King Salman, and Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi placed their hands on an illuminated sphere at the opening of a global security center. The resemblance is so precise that it's hard to believe it was purely coincidental. Did The Simpsons simply make a wild guess? Or did they somehow foresee this strange moment in history? Predictions surrounding Donald Trump don't stop there. In 1998, an episode titled Bart to the Future jokingly referenced a Trump presidency, which seemed highly unlikely at the time. Yet in 2016, Trump shocked the world by winning the US presidential election. But it doesn't end there. The show also hinted at a Trump 2024 campaign, suggesting his return to politics. Even more intriguing, The Simpsons once depicted Ivanka Trump running for president in 2028. Could it be that America's political landscape is following a script that was written years ago in an animated sitcom? Technology is another area where The Simpsons has made predictions that later became reality. In a 2016 episode, the show imagined a futuristic amusement park, fully controlled by artificial intelligence. What started as a promising innovation quickly turned into chaos as the AI rebelled against its human creators. At the time, it seemed like pure science fiction. However, today, AI is no longer just a fantasy. It's everywhere, from self-driving cars to robotic waiters in restaurants. With AI advancing at an unprecedented rate, experts like Jürgen Schmidhuber have warned about the dangers of unchecked technological growth. Was The Simpsons giving us an early warning about the potential risks of artificial intelligence? Another surprising prediction involved a baby translating device. In one episode, The Simpsons featured a machine that could interpret infant sounds and translate them into actual speech. What seemed like a hilarious and far-fetched invention at the time is now becoming a reality. Scientists are currently developing sound analysis technology that could allow parents to understand what their babies are trying to communicate. If successful, this innovation could revolutionize parenting, making sleepless nights and guessing games a thing of the past. Once again, what started as a fictional joke might soon be a real-life breakthrough. With so many predictions coming true, it's impossible not to wonder, how does The Simpsons keep getting it right? Are these just clever guesses based on insightful writing, or is there something truly mysterious happening? As we move closer to 2025, will more of their forecasts come to life before our eyes? Whatever the case may be, one thing is certain. The Simpsons continues to amaze us with its uncanny ability to predict the future, leaving us questioning whether life is imitating art, or the other way around. Imagine enjoying a gourmet meal worthy of a five-star restaurant, all from the comfort of your own home. It might sound futuristic, but a concept like this was humorously portrayed in The Simpsons' Treehouse of Horror special, where Homer and Marge put on VR headsets to experience a lavish virtual feast. At the time, it seemed like pure science fiction, but today, this idea is steadily becoming a reality. Companies are experimenting with virtual reality dining, offering immersive experiences in high-tech restaurants and even on luxury cruise ships. It's another example of how The Simpsons managed to predict technological advancements long before they became mainstream. The show has often depicted futuristic possibilities that have since come to life, such as the use of holograms for communication. One episode featured a holographic invitation, suggesting a world where people could interact through lifelike projections instead of traditional methods. Fast forward to today, and high-definition holograms are no longer just the stuff of sci-fi. We already have devices like Drox 3D projections that create realistic floating images. Could this be the next step in digital communication? Imagine a world where holographic messages replace video calls, allowing people to communicate with life-sized, three-dimensional projections. The idea is both exhilarating and slightly unsettling, as it raises questions about how technology will continue to reshape human interactions. In another eerily accurate prediction, The Simpsons once portrayed a pop song containing subliminal messages that encouraged listeners to enlist in the Navy. The storyline was absurd on the surface, but it touched on a deeper reality. Music has long been used as a tool for persuasion and propaganda. Throughout history, songs and media have been leveraged to shape public opinion, whether through patriotic anthems, advertising jingles, or social movements. The episode serves as a playful yet thought-provoking reminder of how easily human minds can be influenced, often without realizing it. The show's predictive streak extends to global health crises as well. In the 1993 episode Marge in Chains, Springfield is hit by a mysterious virus that spreads rapidly through the town. The way it unfolded, people getting sick after receiving packages from overseas, felt strangely familiar when the COVID-19 pandemic emerged more than 2 decades later. Lines from the episode, like a character warning about flu germs invading their body, suddenly took on a new and eerie relevance. At the time, the notion that a virus could spread through international commerce and cause global disruption seemed far-fetched. But in 2020, the world faced a similar reality, proving once again that The Simpsons had an uncanny way of reflecting future events before they happened. Another classic example of the show's futuristic vision involves flying cars. In a 2005 episode, Bart and Lisa witness a future where airborne vehicles are as common as bicycles. While this might have seemed like a wild fantasy, companies like Samsung Sky are already making strides toward turning it into a reality. Their Switchblade flying car recently completed a 500-foot flight, demonstrating that such technology is within reach. However, with a price tag of $170,000, flying cars remain a luxury that only a select few can afford. Still, the idea of a world where traffic congestion is solved by taking to the skies no longer feels entirely out of reach. The Simpsons has also painted darker visions of the future, portraying a world on the brink of disaster. The show has explored themes of environmental collapse, artificial intelligence running amok, and global pandemics, all with an undercurrent of eerie plausibility. The town of Springfield descends into chaos, depicting a society unraveling in the face of existential uncertainty. While played for laughs, the episode serves as a reminder of how fragile civilization can be when faced with overwhelming crises. The question remains, are these storylines just satirical exaggerations, or are they subtle warnings about the direction humanity is heading? Perhaps one of the most unsettling moments comes from an older episode where Homer casually jokes about the possibility of World War III. At the time, it was a throwaway line meant to be humorous, but given today's rising geopolitical tensions, the joke carries a more ominous weight. With conflicts escalating in various parts of the world, the idea of another global war no longer seems as far-fetched as it once did. Could The Simpsons have been hinting at something much graver than we were willing to consider? Yet despite its often bleak predictions, what makes The Simpsons truly remarkable is its ability to balance dark humor with an underlying sense of optimism. Even in its most dire portrayals of the future, the show always highlights the resilience of humanity. Whether it's Lisa's boundless intelligence, Marge's unwavering positivity, or the simple ability of the characters to adapt and survive, there's always a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos. Perhaps the true message behind these predictions isn't just to entertain, but to encourage us to take action, to prepare, innovate, and strive for a better future. So, what do we make of all this? Are The Simpsons writers simply ahead of their time, or is there something more mysterious at play? As we move further into the future, one thing remains clear. This iconic animated series continues to blur the line between fiction and reality, leaving us with questions that linger long after the credits roll. Until the next uncanny prediction comes true, we can only watch, wonder, and stay curious.